guys, so welcome back to season A Letter to the Future. This is episode 3, and we have just left the village. Last episode we did get an achievement as, it was something like, village leaver, something like that. Why did I start this off? Here's to park your bike. Look around here real quick. I didn't get to look in this little area. Also, why would I walk in this area? Yeah, sure. Don't open mail. Don't open somebody else's mail. It's illegal. Dear Esdale, I'll be surprised if this letter reaches you. The war has become like a deranged sleeper thrashing in bed, eyes closed tight. I've noticed how the soldiers strip people of their clothes first, a small degradation which permits everything that follows. I wish I had loved you more completely when the world allowed it. Love, Odell.
They were right. The letter never made it. The season before this one, the war, seems so horrible.
When they were talking about the soldiers degrading civilians, I'm assuming it's civilians, there was a war in the Congo, I believe. And they did the same, and it's a way to bring power over the other side. Oh, we just opened everybody's mail. Okay, cool. Dear Cornelius, I thought it over and I have to tell you, the name you picked for your baby, it is terrible. Please do not go forward with it. I pray this letter reaches you in time. Yours, Dorino. Alright, like, do I want to pick this, like, I want to just pick this up for the laughs, because who
That
says
poor
that?
baby.
That poor baby. So pretty. There's some stuff over here. There's everyone's mail. Oh, this one's a long one. Okay. Please get this letter to Dr. Fumio. I am suffering from memory excess but cannot travel to the village for treatment. I was praying you could instruct me by mail how to cure myself of this disease. I am unable to forget. Now I realize how important it is to gain open space in the mind. Tell me what to do. Tell me how to forget. Please get this letter to Dr. Fumio.
Before setting up in Kero village, Dr. Fumio roamed the land curing people. It must have been hard when he wasn't around anymore, especially for people who couldn't travel to the village.
We could still get to this person. Like, you know all of the teachings. You've lived there for a while. Does that tell me that I can touch the thing over there? Or what does it sound? Oh, wait, there's more back here. Yes. Everyone's picking. Okay. Let's read it. Import, export, fabric, fibrils, herbal tea, 20 cans, roots, 10, dry flowers, 1 box, seeds, 1 bag. On the back, the trade routes are cut off. Carol is gonna feel even smaller now. Oh. Honestly,
Traders used to come to the outskirts of the village. The war put an end to this.
How much can we fit in little bell. Also, where did I put my bike? Something said pink. Oh, pretty. That's pretty. I wish I could sketch this nice in such a short amount of time. I need to find my bike. Oh, I can't walk here? Nice. You will not stop me. Why aren't you letting me look at everything? If I wanted to see what was over there. Oh, okay, I found my bike. Is there something? Is there something? Or are you like leading me to my bike? I think you're leading me to my bike. I just didn't see it. Oh, and I can also run. Is there anything over here? No, I did this already. Okay, that was a nice little pit stop. Get on the bike. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I want to get on the bike. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness, I got stuck. Okay, it's E, and then shit. Oh, I can bring... Oh, I messed up the camera angle. Please, please, let me see in front of me. This is so pretty. I would never trust myself to ride a bike like this. Oh my goodness. Amazing. I guess I kind of control how fast this thing goes. Oh, no. I think it is kind of cool that you can get stuff. Like a car breaks this thing. I don't know, do I want to take a picture of... Break. This is really pretty. I'll take a picture of these. I don't care for the focusing. I don't know. Let's look at all the filters. Black and white, sepia, cool, warm, pastel, high contrast, no filter. Yeah, I kind of prefer the no filter. Like, this thing is already so pretty. Inspiration available, and then I can take a picture of these. Oh, I didn't want to do that. It said to zoom. I can do it. Oh, I guess this is a zoom. Yeah, this is a zoom. This is gonna get cool.
From the village, these cranes look like little creatures, grazing. I had no idea how huge they are.
And you're about to ride your bike through it. Is somewhere we're supposed to go? Oh, it's flammable here. Did I go the wrong way? This sounds insane. Am I supposed to go this way? That's okay. Can the camera angle please? Oh, this is pretty though. This is very pretty. Can the camera angle please? What is happening? Maybe I need to make my mouse more sensitive. What is? That's an animal. Oh, pretty. Yeah, like the focus does not seem to work. Or well, okay. Is that what it is?
I heard that village was abandoned because of a mind disease. Not every community had someone like Dr. Fumio to perform cures.
He's a really cute little.
My first time petting an animal. I think it went pretty well.
Please don't pet wild animals. I want to pet everything. Oh, that's so cute.
We learned about old technology in school, but not much about animals. What are these strange goat-like creatures? Are they simply goats?
Yes. Oh, is it actually like a ram? Oh, look, a sheep! Why is it only like 1 and 1? It's not like a fluff.
That time it felt off. I guess I had beginner's luck before?
Yeah, sheep can be picky. You'll be alright. I guess you didn't want to do anything about the sheep. Where am I going? Okay, there's like nowhere else to go. This way. Which way am I supposed to go? This way. Okay, that's where like. Why didn't I just? Okay. It's fine. Get on the bike. Are we gonna be able to like meet people?
I cycled through landscapes, seeing them for the first and last time. I had no idea when I left my home how the season would end, or more importantly, how soon.
What's going on?
On a cold, damp day, I feel true loneliness for the first time. Nobody could have described with words how big this world is, how it goes and goes. I passed through it, where others passed before me.
Oh, I didn't do any of these, so let's do these now. I'm gonna add some of these. Here's a picture I took. This one, I like this one a lot. I need to do those. Maybe the doctor. Hello? Where did my picture go? Oh, in the middle. Sure. Oh. The village was abandoned because of a Lyme disease. They were right, the letter never made it. We learned about old technology in school, but not much animals. Maybe I'll put that here. Right. Before setting up in Carroll Village, Dr. Fumio roamed the land, curing people. I cycled through the landscape, seeing them for the first and last time. Traders used to come to the outskirts of the village. The war put an end to this. That poor baby. Little creatures grazing far, far away. I'll just really tiny. Like that.
I feel nourished in these sights by the unfamiliarity of it all. These means of connection, long in disuse, are certainly telling me something about the world. Will they be used again in the next season?
And then we get more things, right? These means of connection, long in disuse, are certainly telling me something about the world. These stamps are 2 normal stamps. Oh, I kind of like these. This is like a little. Can I like put one of the letters here now? Like it wasn't letting me do it a second ago. Oh, okay, cool. And then I can make it a smaller. Let's put it there. And then turn the page. What do we have so far? Oh, I like this. What did it say though? It said weeks past. Weeks pass and I came to know loneliness for the first time. That's, I don't know, I don't like that for her. She's very cute. I kind of wish it would condense it, like, what can make it, like, okay, that's how you condense it. Or, I was trying to do this. I actually wanted to do it. I don't want to cut off a picture. Look, okay, there we go. I feel like I'm taking too long for this. Also, like, I need shelter. Like, I'm just going to ride in the rain. First of all, I can barely drive properly. I I can barely drive properly. Like when there wasn't rain. Oh, it's not missing the trail. I know it's only here to like guide you. I could walk around, I guess, a bit more. I don't see much besides the rain. It's raining. Are these important? Dead, every wire is cut. I hate this season. Babe.
Someone was out here alone.
Like you. Or are these just like, oh, these used to be bridges, it looks like? I thought they might be like transformers. Some of them are like, look at the window in the back over here. The other two are, I hate rain in real life, so this is like, aggravating. Really? Slow enough to pick up. There's some out in the rain. Come. Can you park this right there? She should keep this, but it's still going.
One melody is like me out here alone. I can't really live like this.
No, you can't. Honestly, you shouldn't. One voice, one tune, alone in the wilderness can't last long. Two voices, a melody, and a harmony is enough to survive a little while. Three voices, a community, a song can last a whole season. That's very
They kept themselves company with music.
Why it's important to keep I guess positive people around. I'm thinking.
Two voices is like me and my mom. We can survive, but eventually you need more. Three voices as complex as life is supposed to be. I could listen forever.
fail stuff. Okay. Honestly, I feel like we should sleep here. You know, someone did, but it's okay. Thank you. I need to ride my bike. Stop it. I need to ride my bike. So what's over here? I met a driver from a group that's building a community. I'm leaving with him. Goodbye to this lonesome place. Goodbye to this lonesome season.
Looks like they made it out of here. But what is this group?
I agree. What is this group? Also, I should probably add things, right? I really like this. Not too much on one page. Let's do it a little teensy. What else do we have? Every line is dead. I don't know. I kind of like this. And then weeks passed and I came out. They kept themselves company with music. Looks like they made it out of here, but with what group? Someone was out here alone. Oh.
Time seems to pass differently around here. I feel so heavy and so light at the same time. I'm not really alone. I'm with myself. I'm with the earth.
Where are the things in here? I'm not really alone. I'm with myself, with the earth. Oh, I can't do like a in-betweenies. I need some stamps. Yes, please. I need an umbrella, man. And I wanted to add something. Also, I just this one's nice. And then we can make these. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing now. I don't make it pretty. I don't think I want to add these. Maybe I should. Because this seems important. I find it interesting that you can still hear the rain. Like why? And it's an actual bus stop. Like what if I waited? Why would I ring the bell? Also, like, it doesn't seem like people exist around here. I don't like this. Why is it go? Oh.
In the empty places, I found companionship in the tapes I recorded before leaving home. The elder told me the story of her life. I listened back to it, ready to note down anything that seemed important.
Okay. This seems like a good place to leave off.
Let's set the scene for the listener. Whoever that might be. This is the elder speaking. We're sitting in the plaza, saying goodbye to a dear soul. We're here to see if there's anything useful in my mind that could help you on your trip. A century's worth of memories, dreams, fantasies, visions. Like a big, old, haunted library. When I die, this library will burn down. But which book should we check out first? I don't have all the answers. But I do feel the story of my life could help you understand what kind of world is out there.
Do you have any other advice for my trip? I know she's gonna read it.
It's okay not to understand everything right away. The moment may pass before you've gotten a firm hold on it. But as long as you're there to witness it, to take it down in your journal, you and others to come will someday take the time to make sense of it all.
Oh. Okay, what's your real name? How did you become the elder? How exactly can this story help me? I'm picking between how exactly can this story help me and how did you become the elder? But I feel like how did you become the elder, like you're the oldest and wisest, so how exactly can this story help me?
I heard, somebody told me, you want to capture what it's like to be alive during this season? For the future? And you want to understand why and how the season is going to end. The season of my youth is long gone. But I can tell you what that season was like and what I know about how it ended.
Oh, so we get to do all of them. So what's your real name?
Francis Cale, if you must know. You can call me Frank. Or Elder. Or the Elder. Or Elder Frank. You know, whatever. I don't care.
Oh, I hope I get to ask her why she's an elder.
I was born on the ocean. My mother and father worked on a cruise ship. The short-lived but glorious watery republics.
She said a cruise ship, so I'm like, is this supposed to be like future? You know, like kind of a dystopian future where like they were able to survive as a group and or tribe because like the rest of the world crumbled?
Floating cities. Most won their independence by the time I was born. How can I describe them? They were a jewel of the golden season. Pleasure boats with a radical political program. How the golden age was a time of flags, logos, mottos, mastheads. My mom taught me to read them. She was the ship's philosopher. My dad was a recycling engineer. Recycling on the ship was a matter of life and death.
See, like, they have very modern takes on how things are supposed to work in the world.
We had to get the most out of every object and watt of energy.
Of course. I want to know about your mom.
These symbols and gestures were layered with meaning. There are signals in the way you might move your hands or close your eyes. Her job was to manage the symbols and their meanings. She designed the ship's flag, for example. Let me draw it for you.
Oh, cute.
After the war, people were disgusted with groups and symbols.
Like after many wars.
Keep an eye out on your trip. I bet you won't see a signal flag flying. Her name was Augusta Cale. I loved the way the ship would tilt and roll with the waves, especially as I fell asleep. It was so comforting. Picture me as a kid in bed, feeling the swaying of the ship. It was like being rocked to sleep as a baby. I loved exploring the ship too. Wandering through the suites, the swimming pool, the game rooms, and oh, there were 2 dance halls. a large, elegant one, and another one in the basement. A lot of my firsts were down there. My first dance, my first kiss, and so forth.
Okay.
Our ship was taken over in the early days of the war. That was the end of the watery republics. I heard the dance hall in the basement became a weapons cache. It took me half my life to say goodbye to the world I knew in my youth. Imagine me and my parents and everyone I knew being escorted off the ship.
Which is actually kind of kind, because usually they would not just escort you off the ship,
By a company of soldiers. And I'm thinking, I hope they don't make a mess of my room. I was embarrassed by the younger kids who were crying their eyes out. But they knew, I guess.
What did you think was happening? Was that the end of the season? I'm gonna ask, what did you think was happening?
Even as things got bad, I couldn't imagine the changes were permanent. It's easy now to look back and say, the internationalism of the golden season was violently breaking down. You can be naive about all kinds of things, but not war. Most of my life has been spent in isolated communities, and the one moment I was in the wild world, you couldn't pick a more chaotic time. And we had been warned this season was going to end. Oh, but we didn't understand the warning. You see, one night, along a coastline, we saw beautiful lights shimmering above the water. Later, we found out this was an ancient warning system. It hadn't been used in so long, we didn't know what it meant. We just thought, well, ain't that pretty? We tried to stick together and camped out on the coast of the prismatic grounds.
What's the prismatic?
A kingdom of art and science. They got rich during the golden season. Everything that made them beloved before the wealth came. Passionate, uncompromising, self-obsessed. Made them unbearable once they had power. Artists make terrible kings.
Interesting.
Are you sure you want me to keep going?
Yeah,
The story gets darker from here on.
it's okay.
Okay, so conditions in the camp were getting worse. My mom got lost in thought for long periods of time. She'd be completely still for hours, days even. We realized she caught, well, now we call it time misperception disorder. It's when you lose your ability to tell how much time is passing.
Oh no.
A minute can feel like an hour. A day can pass in 10 seconds.
Oh, this is a hard one. I'm gonna ask, how did it make her feel? Only because the protagonist was like, oh, time seems to be moving differently here. Why would you say that?
What's so hard is the feeling of absolute loneliness.
Oh no!
Normally, we're all at least roughly in the same flow of time. But with this disorder, you walk alone, truly. We heard about a traveling doctor who could cure these kinds of diseases. I decided to go find him. I found out his name was Dr. Fumio, and he traveled with his son Lucio. People talked about him like he was a god.
What happened when you found them? What was going on with the war? I don't know what happened when you found them.
I described my mom's condition to Dr. Fumio. He said there was no cure yet, but there was a village high in the mountains. He thought it was high enough he'd have a better chance of treatment. Lower places are more dangerous. Valleys are the worst.
Why?
He invited me to join them in going to the village, but I wanted to go back and get my parents and bring them with me.
Well, Well, that would be our village, so what happened next?
I packed my things and got ready to leave the next morning. At night, my mom came to me in a dream. She was standing in a field of flowers. I'd grown since I last saw her. We were the same height. She pressed a finger hard into my palm. She taught me well. I knew the meaning of the gesture. I knew no matter what I did, I'd never see my parents again. In the morning, I told Dr. Fumio I would follow him to Karo Village. The next few weeks were very physically tiring, hiking, climbing. And when we found the village, building, planting, cleaning, Fumio brought sick people from all over the world, and they got better. The treatments worked. Everyone was healing. So why couldn't I? One day, we got word the war was over. We never found out how it ended. It was like peace just swept over the earth in a split second. There was a party in the plaza to celebrate the end of the war, but I couldn't bring myself to go. Yes, it was over, but it had taken my home, my family. That night, as I was falling asleep, I felt the bed tilt and sway gently, as if it was being tossed on the waves of the ocean, as if I was back in my bedroom on the ship, as if I was back in my mother's arms, being rocked gently to sleep. I knew I was finally home, and nothing could hurt me.
Okay. I'm hoping to end here.
I imagine coming upon a place as hidden and singular as my own village. Eventually, I found myself circling a valley, looking for a way in.
Okay. Great place to stop. Thank you for watching episode 3. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am, because this is really nice, actually. It's just so nice to roam. I'm a city girl, so it's nice to get out and get some nature without having to actually walk outside. But thanks again, and if you played this and picked any of the other prompts and got a different answer, please let me know, because I'm very curious on what would have been said if I asked about the father. So, bye guys, see you next time.